Hi, welcome back to another video. If you are new here, hi, my name is Olga. I have fibromyalgia and a few comorbidities, and that is what I talk about on this channel. If you are not new here, you will notice that this is a new setup. Lighting, having to share, my office. We're here today to talk about fibromyalgia, obviously. Today's video is going to be about like a week in the life of fibromyalgia, but like not in a vlog. I do those sometimes, not doing those right now, but if you want to watch a vlog. What I want to do is like actually just run through kind of like a week of symptoms. So for a week, I kind of wrote down my symptoms. Turns out it was a pretty rough week. It's not just of like fibromyalgia itself, but like all the comorbidities. Yeah, I kind of want to discuss that because I feel like people don't really understand that fibromyalgia is not just like one kind of pain. I think a lot of times people think that fibromyalgia is like, oh, you're just in pain. And like, yes, also you're not just in pain. You're in a lot of pain all the time for the rest of your life, which is no peach. But also, it's like, I think the really annoying thing, let me get comfortable. I think the really annoying thing, in my opinion, obviously all of these are like my views and my opinion, you're not just in like one kind of pain. If you had like pain in your elbow, that would be sucky and that would be terrible and that would be really annoying if you had like chronic pain in that one spot. But if it was like always the same pain and that's what you had, like it was that one pain in that one spot always, that would be easier to like plan to and to kind of live your own life around because you would know what to expect. It's always the same pain, it's always the same place, it's always kind of the same intensity or around the same intensity. So it's like easier to adapt to that. It's easier to know what you count on, right? It's not like, I'm not saying it's easy because I know it's not. I'm just saying it's just a little bit less complicated, I guess. Whereas with fibromyalgia, what happens is that anything in your body that can hurt will hurt at one point. Sometimes it all hurts at the same time, but it's like sometimes it's your legs, sometimes it's your arms, sometimes it's your shoulder, sometimes it's your neck, sometimes it's your head, sometimes it's your back, sometimes it's like your chest, sometimes it's your teeth, sometimes it's your ears. Like it shifts and the kind of pain changes and like what it feels like changes, and sometimes it's not really pain, it's more like discomfort where it feels like your body is just like wound too tight, or it feels like you're just wearing really uncomfortable clothes but you can't take them off because your clothes are your skin. But this isn't like an irregular week, it's just maybe a tougher week, but these weeks happen regularly, I guess, or with some regularity. I think another important thing that I want to mention is what comorbidities I personally experience and which ones I have been diagnosed with. So on top of fibromyalgia, I have now been diagnosed with chronic migraines and IBS. Like my IBS is pretty severe. So yeah, those are like my two main comorbidities, and those are the two things that I like struggle with the most. I think actually personally I struggle with those two more than I struggle with my fibro symptoms. Like, let's get to the list. There's always a list. Full disclosure, I didn't write these down on the day, so some things I don't remember, because another symptom of fibro is we have like the memory of a goldfish. I started this on a Tuesday because I planned on filming it on a Monday, or the like following Tuesday, but then today's Thursday, so I was gonna say I have no excuse. I have the perfect excuse, which is that I was in too much pain to do it, so. Okay, so Tuesday. My ribs were bruised, like under my breasts. Why, you ask? I don't know. They just showed up bruised. They were really painful to the touch. Actually, I just touched them now to like show you, and they hurt still. Had a mild headache, which is normal because of, chronic migraines. Lower back pain, which is also my main focus of pain. Like the place where I always have pain is my lower back. I think it's one of the most common spots of pain for people with fibromyalgia, so I think that's pretty regular. Stomach ache after every meal, gas, bloating, constipation, fun stuff. Normally my stomach aches hurt particularly in the evenings because I don't normally eat a lot at lunch because I don't like being stopped by the pain. When I eat more, like it hurts more. I just find myself eating less at lunch. Like I figured out, like while I was doing this, I was like, wow, I do tend to eat less at lunch. Maybe that's why I have more pain in the evenings, just because I eat more in the evenings. The digestion hurts, and it's kind of like my body creating gas because literally all foods make me gassy and make me bloated and make me uncomfortable, please don't suggest a diet, because I've probably tried it. That's not how it works for me. Like, my body just doesn't like anything that makes it feel better. I feel like my body just feels insulted whenever I try to heal it or make it feel better. I also wrote I was very tired from lack of sleep, so I had a bad night's sleep the previous day, and I also was starting my doubling my dosage as prescribed by my neurologist. I had to take a nap that day, which I'm not supposed to, but I had to because I was feeling very groggy that day. I think lack of sleep is also a very common symptom of fibro. On Wednesday, I woke up and I felt like I had not slept even 1 minute. I remember that I didn't sleep very well that night, not only because I couldn't sleep, but also my partner was struggling to sleep as well. I don't remember much of this day. Like, I didn't write down on the day, like I said, and I don't remember much of it. I remember that I took a nap. I think I played some video games. I'm currently obsessed with Animal Crossing, like everybody else, I think, in the world. And it's just a super relaxing game. It's not loud, it's not like flashy. The lights don't bother my eyes. It doesn't like set off my like sound sensitivity or my light sensitivity or anything like that. So it doesn't make me, I don't know, it's easy for me to play, and it's like very relaxing game. I think I played that. And I find that on days like that where I'm just very, very tired and I'm just exhausted, I find that even if I'm not in pain, I will end up feeling more and more pain throughout the day because I won't have the energy to move and to do things, so I'll end up sitting in one spot for hours and hours and hours without realizing that like time has passed. I don't realize that I'm like thirsty or hungry or anything like that. The pain got worse throughout the day. My headache was mild again, which is pretty nice, especially since I've had 2 naps up till this point in this week, so normally naps give me headaches, so it's good that I haven't had a worse headache at this point. Again, stomach pain after food, bloating, gas, and constipation, and lower back pain as always. A lot of the symptoms are very repetitive, and it's every single day. I think that's the thing people don't realize. They're like, oh yeah, so that sucks for you. But they don't understand how that is like every single day. Like sometimes when you're so fed up of the symptoms, you're just like, I don't even want to eat because eating is going to make me uncomfortable and it's going to be painful. I don't want to, but you can't not do it. Moving on to Thursday, I felt relatively energetic and in less pain, which is nice. The thing is, what happens often on days where I feel like that is that I will overdo it, which is the danger that I'm in today, because it's my first good day in, I've lost count. I have already done more today than I've done all week. I am definitely in danger of overdoing it and hurting myself and then being in a flare again. So gotta be careful today. So on Thursday, I worked, I did some sewing. My pain levels increased towards the end of the day. Mild headache, nice. So many days in a row. That means my meds are working apparently. I was bloated, but I managed a bowel movement, which is great, but I had bleeding. This is not so great, but very common for me. If I'm changing meds, if I haven't had a bowel movement in a while, but those 2 options happen very often. I wrote lower back pain as always. Yeah, works its way up through the day. That's true. I don't know if you've noticed that, but like I have lower back pain and then throughout the day it will like start hurting further up and further up. I made dinner, which is pretty cool, but then as soon as I finished making dinner, I ran out of energy, and I remember like I just felt like that was it. Like I just didn't have any more energy left, and I had to go to bed as soon as I finished eating. And then on Friday, I woke up feeling normal. I was sore when I woke up, which is pretty regular as well. I find that when I'm a little bit sore when I wake up and I start moving, it like goes away a little bit. Again, lower back pain, mild headache, pretty good. That's the thing. That's the really distorted thing, is that if I just have lower back pain and a mild headache, I'm like, yeah, that's a great day. When in reality, for a normal person, a lower back pain day and a mild headache is like a shitty day for them, right? When you're in chronic pain or when you're like chronically ill, your vision of what is normal just becomes distorted. You're like, yeah, this is great because it's not that painful anymore. But sometimes I forget that I can still hope for better, or I can still kind of try for better. Like I don't have to I don't know what the word is. I don't have to settle. I don't have to settle for like having a headache every day, you know what I mean? Or I shouldn't have to. Maybe we can try other things that will make me feel better, and we can keep trying to get more quality of life for me, right? Again, my back hurt more and more throughout the day. My legs felt like jelly. Like when you kind of feel like you can't, like your legs can't hold your weight. And my knee joints, jeez Louise, they hurt so bad. My knee joints are just like screaming at me constantly. Also, I do water aerobics normally, and I find that being in the water and doing those exercises like regularly, I've been doing it for a year and a half now. It was really hard at the beginning, but now that I've gotten used to it, it really helps my joint pain. But now I haven't been doing it. I haven't done it in like 2 months, and my legs and my joints are just like so tight. It just hurt. My hands were cramping. I think I was hand sewing this muscle here, just not like not wanting to work. Again, stomach ache, bloating, gas, back to constipation. I had a shower and then I ran out of energy and then I don't remember anything else. Then on Saturday I slept in and I felt energetic when I woke up. I had a blurry vision longer than normal. So something that I'm not sure everybody knows is that people with fibromyalgia often wake up and we have blurry vision for a while. Mine normally lasts like 15-20 minutes. It depends kind of on the day. But if I'm more tired, it'll last a little bit longer, but normally it's like 15-20 minutes. And what I normally do is I will like just browse on my phone until it kind of comes to me. I put on my glasses and I like basically just scroll through Instagram until I can focus on the pictures basically. And when that happens, I'm like, yeah, I'm awake. Great, I can go and do stuff now. On this day, I remember it was like an hour and a half after I woke up and I still had blurry vision. So it went away afterwards, but it took a while. I cleaned and I baked a cake and it was a really nice carrot cake, which I just finished eating today. I listened to some audiobooks and colored. It was great. I also did a little bit of sewing and a little bit of like Etsy stuff, like a little bit of Etsy work for my shop. I played on Animal Crossing. I went down to the little shop down in my building to buy fruit. Then I showered and then I ran out of energy. And then I had a mild headache, stomach ache, all that. And I kind of went to bed early because I just couldn't stay awake any longer. On Sunday, I woke up in so much pain. So much pain. I couldn't be in bed anymore. I got out of bed at like 8 in the morning, which is not very usual for me on a Sunday. And I wrapped myself in my electric blanket and I was all day. Like that was my day. Just me and my electric blanket wrapped up like a little burrito or something. The pain was in the right side of my right thigh, as if somebody had cut through the muscle. Then on my left knee was the knee itself hurt like it'd been hit, and then all of the muscles around the knee hurt so much. Whole of my back, so every single muscle in my back hurt. And it felt like they were made out of lead. Like all of my ribs, my chest, my neck, like all of it hurt, and it just felt so constricting. It was a little bit hard to breathe. Basically, I spent the day reading. I attempted to do my nails. They came out terrible, which is why I haven't showed you yet. I played Animal Crossing. I took a bath in the evening. I had to get help to take my clothes off and also to get in and out of the bath. It was pretty painful. I had so much stomach ache, like so much stomach pain. It was unbearable. The headache was pretty bad, but I did manage the whole day without taking extra painkillers, so I'm pretty proud of myself for that. Then, the last day of my little week of fibromyalgia symptoms. I know you're tired of hearing me like complain about my pain, but this is my life. So Monday, again, woke up in excruciating pain, but it was a different pain. It was like I was wearing a really tight vest and it was just like squishing my ribs and my muscles and like all of this, and it just felt like I just was struggling to breathe. It is painful to breathe because my muscles hurt, and it was also so uncomfortable. And like I said, sometimes the uncomfortableness is worse than the pain. Also, the muscles like right at the end of your back, like over your bum, those muscles are one of my most painful spots, and it was so painful on that day. Also, every single muscle in my back still hurt really bad. My hip joints had joined the party. That was a pretty good pun. And now that like it hurt to walk in a different way. Again, my ribs hurt to the touch, and even like the slightest of hugs was so painful. So I started getting very frustrated on Monday which normally makes the pain worse. My headache started being fluctuating, so sometimes it was worse, sometimes it was better. My right ear hurt, like inside my ear, like I had an ear infection, so that was weird. And again, I managed a bowel movement, but it was super painful and there was a lot of bleeding. So as you can see, it was pretty painful and tired and like all over the shop kind of a week. Tuesday and Wednesday were still pretty painful. Wednesday was yesterday, it was less painful, but still like pretty painful. As you can see, there's different symptoms all the time. It's frustrating because sometimes like I feel fine and then my leg will just give out and then I have to use a mobility aid for the rest of the day. It's frustrating because like I don't know what to count on. I don't know if I have to take a mobility aid or not if I'm going out. I don't know like if I'm gonna make it or not. I don't know if I'm gonna get tired and then have to come home early. You'll get like IBS flares or migraine flares and like it's just in the middle of something. And if you're with people who don't really understand or support you, it can be really difficult because they won't take you to a safe place as soon as you need to go. But I just wanted to kind of remind people that we never know what to expect from this. So it can be really difficult to even tell other people what they should do and what we need, what help we need, because like sometimes we don't know. And sometimes like I don't even know what to do about that pain. Like I don't know what will help. Maybe you have different symptoms, but yeah, we all go through it. And yeah, maybe you think that I sit here and I look cute and I put cute photos on Instagram and that I don't, you know, that I'm doing better than you, but like I'm not doing better than you. Like we're all struggling through it. So yeah, I'm not doing any better or worse than you. We're all in the same boat. And if you are not somebody who has fibromyalgia, then I hope this video helps you understand that it's a really fluctuating illness. Sometimes it doesn't really matter what we do. It's just like a reaction to the weather or just outside variables that we can't control. So the best thing that you can do is just help us through it and just hang out with us and put on our favorite movie so that we can just make it through, help us stay safe. Also, I'm planning on making some more like research videos in the future. I just haven't been feeling well and I'm sorry, but it's just been a little bit hard for me to make stuff that is really research heavy since I've been, as you can see, just struggling a little bit. So I hope these videos where I just like chit chat and talk to you about like my experiences are okay. That is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope that it made you feel a little bit less alone, or maybe it's something that you can share with people in your life to help them understand what you go through, and that it's relentless and every day and it never goes away. If you would like to support me or help me through this time, you can join on Patreon if you want to, but you definitely don't have to. You can also browse my Etsy shop, and if you don't have financial means to help, you can always just like share those things that you like and just share my videos, share my posts, share my tweets, share my things, and that will probably help me out a lot as well. If you did enjoy this video, please don't forget to leave it a like and a comment, and consider subscribing to my channel if you have not done that already. Also consider ringing the notification bell because that will let you know whenever I post a new video, since I do not post on a regular schedule because, you know, fibromyalgia is not really a regular kind of gal. Yeah, that's everything I have to say. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Stay safe, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!